Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Damn Terminator! Damn Terminator! Damn Terminator! Man Assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Again, you're straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You can stop straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star broad splash! You can't stop me! 5-star broad splash! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang, the balance, the power, the zen. You can't stop the yin and the yang, the balance, the power, the zen. Drop it down, the whole fucking show. Drop it down, the whole fucking show. I will levitate, flip, kick you in the yam. I will decimate, you can prepare for. Drop it down, the whole fucking show. Drop it down, the whole fucking show. Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
Hello, happy RVD Radio. Happy April 11th, 2012. You know how many of these we've had so far? None. This is the first one. And here we are, excited to be here. I'm always excited to be here. It's always good to be here, because if you're not here, that means that you're gone. We're not. We're back. RVD Radio. Haven't done a show in a little while, but whatever. Do we always need to open saying that? Because we do the show so sporadically now. Big reason for that has been because originally I wanted to do this show to help promote my website, which has been so lame for a couple years now. One lame webmaster finally moved on, and then I got a guy, dude, yeah, I'm going to rock it, man. You deserve to have a kick-ass website because you're Rob Van Dam. I can rock this out for you. That was almost a year ago. Still putting up with lameness there. But if you haven't checked it out lately, we got RVD TV episodes. We have photo albums back up. And that was a big thing of what I was waiting for. Plus, there's some new stuff I'm waiting to get added on there. But, yeah, it's time to start coming back to the website. So I'm going to start doing these shows more. And I'm going to start updating my blog on my website, too, because I get lazy about that. But for sure, I vow to always have a new blog, at least when I'm doing these shows. We also, of course, have the iPatio audio blog, which is awesome. I think I just did one yesterday. I just get on the phone, and it records, and it sends it, and you can listen to it anywhere, and I love that. I love the audio blog. So much better. It's The other one's outdated. Fuck the written blog. But anyway, waiting for some change-ups on the windows there. What is going on? I'm sitting here in the RVD radio studio with the lovely SVD. Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Say hi to our audience.
Hello, everybody.
SVD is not always here because she's busy often, but today we have the good fortune of having her and a bunch of other good guests, including Booker T. Going to be on. SoCal Val, we're going to give her a call. She'll be a first-timer. And Scotty Riggs, a first-timer, too. Haven't talked to this very good friend of mine in quite some time. And we might call DeFalco if we really need some drama and some controversy on the show. But to tell you the truth, I think the topic in itself is going to be very controversial. And I don't think that I'm going to have the popular opinion, actually. Hey, I was just about to go to Nikki Starr, and then it looks like she hung up. Thanks, Nikki Starr. She'll be back. I wanted to tell her. She doesn't know what the topic is either. All right. Here it is. Actually, dude, I lost Bruce, too. Bruce was down there and her, and they both disappeared. What the hell?
Good question.
Yo. Good thing we're paying the extra premium to have a producer on this show. So I can do 2 shows a year and pay the monthly charge. Anyway, I guess they're going to come back. Bruce, come back. All right, anyway, here it is. But see, I'm going to have to repeat it as soon as okay, there's Bruce. I'll tell him and tell you what the topic is at the same time. And believe me, it'll be smoother that way, and I'm all about smoothness. That's why I'm there.
Where's Nikki? Is that Nikki?
Nikki, I don't know. Wait for her to get back. Anyway, while we're waiting for Nikki, we got Bruce Jingles. What up, Brucey Bruce?
What's up?
Dude, I just had about a minute and 7 seconds of random lost in spaceness. I lost you and Nikki Starr at the same time. What'd you do, hang up?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It was kind of weird. You're
kind of weird.
No, some commercial came up on the show. It went off the show and went up on the commercial.
WTF?
Yeah, amen. Hi, SVD.
Hi, Bruce.
Dude, we lost Nikki, and I keep seeing callers that keep popping up and then disappearing, so I don't know. I'm going to assume
here.
Hi, Nikki Starr.
Sorry. I'm having major issues today. Oh, my goodness.
Is the site fucked up?
No, it's not. Well, it's not the site. For me, it's my phone and my headset. I think I need to delete some stuff because it's running out of memory. Trying to dial in, and then I got my key hit because I can't use my headset. My key hit the button, and then I got disconnected, and then I couldn't get back in, and then I couldn't see when I was in. So, hi.
You got to stay connected from within. Cool. Well, we lost Bruce, and then he's back, and we lost some other callers too. So I don't know if something's going on with the switchboard, but anyway, how you doing? Good, Nikki?
Fabulous.
I got SVD with me today.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, pretty. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, I was laughing about the DeFalco thing. That was cracking me up.
Well, come on. Every time Dave is on,
pretty
much he has a way about stirring emotion within people, doesn't he?
It's just funny. I just heard SVD going, no.
Bruce, did you hear what she said?
Yeah, I heard what she said.
Say it again.
No.
She
just said he's very polarizing. You either hate him or you hate him very much.
Right, or you hate him a lot.
Yeah.
You know what, though? He makes great radio.
I know.
Gotta give him that.
I know. So I might call him up. I might call him up later on. He said that he would be available, but you know how like once in a great while the host RVD shares the unpopular opinion.
Yeah, rarely.
Well, it barely ever happens. It happened with the wrestlers getting insurance.
Yep.
When everyone on the show was against me, and Booker loves to bring that up every time.
Yep.
Every time we talk about our radio show, remember that time everyone on the whole damn show was against you? Shit, man, I'm always right. So
that was a pretty good Booker impression.
Hey, thanks. I'm going to call him in a little bit, and I'm pretty sure he and I are going to be on opposite sides of the spectrum here. But I don't know. I don't know until we talk about it. And, we talk about a lot of stuff that we're not experts on. This is one of those. I just have an opinion that I want to talk about and see if I can inspire some thought and see if you guys think I'm way out there or maybe agree with me, whatever. Okay, so hate crimes. Yes, inspired by Trayvon. It's been all over the news. The black kid in near Orlando got shot. And it's a tragedy. Anytime, anyone is murdered, it's a tragedy. But regardless of what was in the guy's mind that shot him, he killed him. All right. Now this could be self-defense, whatever. They're talking about all kinds of different theories, whatever. But in general, what I wonder is, if you kill somebody, you should be put away for murder. I need to know your intention. I need to know if it was on purpose, obviously, or if it was premeditated, or if it was on accident. Those are important factors. But if you did it because you hate him, you killed this guy because you hate him, he's an asshole. Why is that different? Why is that different that you hate him because he's black? Or you hate him because he's gay. Why am I echoing? Can you hear me?
Oh, sure. I hear you. Is anybody on their speakerphone? Bruce?
Yeah.
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce is listening to the radio. What's up, man? I hear people do that all the time when I listen to other talk shows. They're like, turn your radio off. Turn your radio off. Listen, baby. All right, so here's the deal. Okay, why is it that they have to do a further investigation to find out if they can link it to a hate crime? Why is that worthy of additional punishment? I don't understand. I think that people have a right to hate. It's not a good thing to hate, but it is a human right. You can't take away somebody's right to hate somebody. And if we just saw on the news a few minutes ago, this couple was murdered out in UCLA, and I guess that never happened. So, what is it? USC. Same thing to a pro wrestler. And
it just happened last night.
Okay, so I said, why is that big news? She said, because it never happened. So we're watching it, and, they said it looks like it was a carjacking. They're not sure, but this couple was murdered, and it turns out that they're Asian. Okay, the guy that killed them, if he killed them and stole their car, he's a scumbag. He should go away for life. It's a tragic loss, but to further investigate, we got to find out if he hated Asians and if he killed them not just to steal their car because he's an asshole, but killed them because he hates Asian. Now we're going to tack on additional penalties. I don't get that.
Okay. First of all, I think that every crime is because you hate somebody, okay? So I am kind of in your thought field because I don't believe that there should be extra punishment added on to a crime that's already committed because you hated the person that you committed the crime against. Obviously you did, or you wouldn't commit the crime, okay?
Right.
I think this doesn't really come, for me, okay, and I could be wrong, this doesn't come into play until somebody is, okay, if somebody's not dead, okay? So if you kill somebody, you should get the maximum penalty. They shouldn't tack anything else on for hate. I think this is more of an issue when there is an assault against someone, all right, where they add, if you just are driving down the road and you hate a black person and you see them walking down the road and you beat them up, okay, that's actually what this was supposed to add time on for, assault.
But the crime is the assault, not the hate. So how do you penalize the hate?
I'm not really sure. And I don't know. You're going to hate the person that you're going to put the crime against anyways.
Okay, so
you
now
already hate them.
I'm thinking maybe I'm not going to have such an unpopular opinion here. Maybe I have a valid point by other people's values too, like Nikki Starr's.
Right. Now, and I also believe that Trayvon was not, that whole issue with Trayvon, okay, so Zimmerman went out that night. It wouldn't have mattered if Trayvon was black, white, pink, green, yellow, orange, whatever. the person who did the wrong thing here is Zimmerman. All right?
Zimmerman's an idiot.
He is. He's a vigilante who was told to leave and didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And
he was going to...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And here's my point with, this is a grown-ass man that's basically stalking a 17-year-old kid, or 16-year-old kid.
Right.
And he says that the kid would attack him. If I were a 16-year-old kid and some dude was following me, I'd attack him.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And the fact that they're taking their time about this case proves that, like it or not, Florida is still the South.
Right. No, I think, actually, you know what? I think the biggest crime was committed at the police department, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Right. I think that they made a huge mistake, and I actually think that they are the ones who are the racists, more opposed to Zimmerman, because I think he's a vigilante, and that he would have done this to anybody, any boy that was in the neighborhood with a hoodie, regardless of their race. But I think that the crime happened when they went to the police station and no charges were filed. The hell?
Yeah, it's the old South mentality. It's just how it is.
I was actually impressed with how Oklahoma handled it because they have the two white guys that shot, I think, 3 people and injured 2 others, and they just went
3 people.
Killed 3 people.
3 people with
yeah.
2 others.
Yep.
But they, the police knew that they had something rare on their hands, and they immediately asked for the help of the FBI.
Yeah. I was impressed by Oklahoma too.
So Bruce, what do you think about hate crimes? And I'm guessing, just like with most times when I bring up something that I really ponder, I think people have never thought about it. I mean, that's probably vain of me to say, but I think that people are like, mostly the reaction I get from things like this is, well, wow, I guess I never thought about it. I'm just a follower, like a sheep, and I don't think for myself. But, is hate crime is it bullshit? Is it just something that's like a term that's invented, like by the man or by, I don't know, it's not by the media because the law enforces it, but is it like a trumped up charge? Because
No, not at all. I've been a victim of a hate crime. So
okay.
I was 6 years ago. 8 years ago, I was jumped by skinheads outside a bar in Rancho, or outside a bar in Rancho. I was in a hospital for a month. Now, should I have said what I said to the skinheads? Probably not.
It wasn't Aryan Hulk, was it?
No, it wasn't. No, the Aryan Hulk is on our side.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would be probably fitting inside your shoe after you got through.
Exactly. But I mean, there is such a thing as a hate crime. And
okay,
you know what? If the people that were killed at SC were Asian, and SC is in South Los Angeles, a lot of people don't realize that. So chances are that person that robbed them may be black or Latino. Now, is that a hate crime if they kill an Asian?
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't question whether crimes actually exist, whether the crimes are committed with hate behind them. But what I question is the law that says that hate crime is different than another crime. Like, okay, I'm Charles Manson, all right, and I break into the house, the Tate and LaBianca house, and had my people murder all these people. I should be locked up. There's dead people chopped up, with full of knife holes all over the lawn. I've written helter skelter and blood all over. I'm obviously completely nuts and should be locked up. And it's tragic. There's a lot of grief, a lot of loss caused by my actions. But now if further investigation reveals that the reason that I did that was because, I don't know, they They support gay people, and that's why I thought they should die. Now, are you going to tack 100 years onto my 700-year sentence? Because I don't get that. I think I think as a person you have a right to hate whoever you want. The actual crime is the crime, not the hate. So the hate crime and the additional penalty for adding hate on to an atrocious, act against the law, to me seems like prospectively, like maybe it could be bullshit.
Yeah, I see your point with that. But with the Manson thing, I never understood with the Manson thing why they put Helter Skelter on the walls. They could have came up with a different Beatles song. Abbey Road, Abbey Road in blood.
Nikki, did you get that? Asking if you can call Booker. Do you have your text done?
No, I did, but I'm on the phone.
Okay, I'm just checking to make sure that you are getting. That's all. That's cool. I was just wondering. All right,
are we gonna call him with the phone here? Dial him out here?
Do we have another option?
Yeah, you can do that. Look, if you look at the switchboard and you just see where there's a little search callers, and right next to it says call a guest. Press that and then dial his number. You've done this before.
I know, I can do that. I just thought that it'd be smooth if I sent you a text and had my producer call him, and then, boom. And he said, hey, Rob, I got Booker T on the line.
Yeah, but I can't do that because he'll hear it all.
Oh, all right.
Do you not want me to? Yeah, sorry. That wasn't very smooth. My bad.
All right. Well, anyway, I have to please enter your valid phone number. Where? See, okay. I'm going to try and call him because we have to call SoCal Val later, and we can only call one person at a time, right?
Right. Yeah. Why can't they call in? I don't understand.
Maybe I might. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
I usually give them the option and say, dude, you can call or we can call you, whatever works for you. And
call the Falco.
Yeah, but now I got booked. Or I don't, but,
Yeah, ringing is great radio.
Yeah.
Bookie Book.
Hey, what's going on, dog?
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. What's happening?
All right, cool, man. You're on RVD Radio with Nikki Starr, Bruce Jingles, and SVD.
What's up, Booker? Cool, man. Cool. What's going down, crew?
Yeah, you sound like you got your mellow on. Want to get your opinion on something, Book. And I thought this was going to be something where I was going to have the unpopular opinion, but I think Nikki and Bruce seem to agree with me, and I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to be surprised.
Wait a minute. How you going to prep everybody before you call me? You try to get everybody on your side.
No. It's an open discussion, right?
That's bull.
I know, right?
It's an open discussion.
We all agree with RVD. Now, how do you feel, Booker T?
Yeah, exactly. Right. What's the subject, man?
Okay, so we're talking about hate crimes, right? And I think that the term hate crime is trumped up, and that it's just, I question its motives. I question the motives of the term hate crime. I think it's to yank on people's heartstrings. It's to appease the mass followers without actually expecting anyone to really think about what it is. The crime is in the crime. I don't think you should be able to outlaw hate. You should be able to hate whoever you want. And so, as an example, if I murder somebody and I chop them up in a bunch of pieces, they're murdered, I throw their body in the trash, I should go away for life. And if you find out, if I say it was self-defense, okay, that's one thing, which is crazy. But if you know it was done on purpose, that guy's an asshole, he should have died, that's why I did it, give me my years. But if you do an investigation and find out on top of that I really did it because he's Asian or because I hate fags or something like that, why does that add to the punishment? In my mind, that sounds like bullshit.
Okay, can I answer that? I'm gonna answer it from three different perspectives now.
All right.
Now, you said, you just said yourself. Now, you should be able to hate whoever you want to hate, right?
Sure. It's not a good thing, but it is a human right.
You're right to hate whoever you want to hate. And it's my right to hate whoever I want to hate. And that's cool. Everybody in the world can hate whoever they want to hate. But they can't go and kill somebody because they hate them now.
Right.
But now, me being a person that's been to prison and been behind bars for a felony, I'm quite sure you've heard of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Bruce picked a fight with him.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But now, like I say, I think the reasons why you can't do that is because, like I say, laws are created for people not to be able to go out and do certain crimes just because they hate someone, or kill someone just because they hate someone. That goes back to the Hitler era, killing the Jews just because you don't want them to be a part of society, So it's laws created for people not to be able to do that because of, and the punishment is actually, I would say, added on just because of that reason to deter people not to do that, even if they hate them.
Well, obviously, you shouldn't be allowed to kill anybody. Murder is the crime, and that's what I'm saying, is that you murdered somebody. You shouldn't be able to do that. Whether you hate them or not, you shouldn't be able to murder them. I shouldn't be able to chop somebody's head off, whether it's because I hate their color, or whether it's because somebody paid me $1 million to do it. Either way, I committed the same crime, in my opinion.
I think you're crossing the terms, though. You're misconstruing everything, because killing a person may not be considered murder. You know what I mean?
No, but we are talking about a murder, though, Bud.
What I'm saying is that's why they have a jury of 12 to determine what should be your punishment. You know what I mean? And if your punishment is life, it should be life. If your punishment is 5 years, it should be 5 years. But if the punishment meets the crime, it should be death, which is what we're talking about here. And that's why they have laws to deter people, try to deter people not to do these things, because you can only imagine how things would be if we didn't have laws.
I'm not. RVD, he has such a good point. And I forget this. Seriously. He has such a good point, because we don't think this way. Well, I don't think this way. I'm sorry, Booker T, but I forget about the punishment deterring the crime. I just don't commit crimes. It doesn't matter the punishment to me. But he's right. There are people who the punishment does deter them from doing the crime. So then I could see the value in a hate, like adding time on for a hate crime. You see what I mean?
You got to. I mean,
absolutely not.
Like oh my God! It's just. Oh my God! Was that JR?
No, listen though.
The thing is, I mean, I understand where Rob is coming from, as far as, trying to put murder under one stipulation. But, I don't think you can do that, because, you just say, for instance, you kidnap someone, and then you rape them, and then you kill them. You know what I mean? Should it just be murder? Should you just be, just say, hey, just put him in jail for life, and then he can get out in 20 years.
It's really not the same thing. I really feel like you're taking my argument.
Wait a minute, but the thing is, the determining factor in that whole thing is they kill them. But they can rape them and kill them and kidnap them and torture them and do everything and still get charged for murder. Do you think that's right?
No, but I'm not saying that there should only be one category of punishment for murder. You're misconstruing what I'm saying, and you're going to a far extreme. What I'm saying is adding hate onto it shouldn't add additional penalties, in my opinion. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of murders, and I understand if you investigate. Say I get you for embezzlement, book for, or let's say I get you for a tax evasion, and when we investigate, we find out that you're part of organized crime. Well, I understand the additional, everything that implies. Now you're part of this huge enterprise that continues to run illegally, that involves murder, racketeering, fucking every crime, and you're part of it. It's continuing to go on, and there's something I can do, maybe through you to help attack that. But hate, no, not the same thing.
Wait a minute, we're talking about murder. We're not talking about hate, are we? We're talking about murder.
No, we're talking about hate crime.
We're talking about just hate. Are we just talking
murder
about hate
should be illegal. I'm not saying murder shouldn't be illegal or that any murder should just be murder. But I'm saying, once we find out the reason, if you murder me because you hate me, Book, and you hate me because I slept with your sister, or you hate me because you hate my whole family, and every time you see one of us, you want to kill us, or you hate me because of my skin color. Either way, if you killed me because you hate me, that should all be the same thing, but it's not. As soon as you put in the skin color, all of a sudden now we can add some kind of a civil rights issue where I was.
Wait a minute. You know why? You know why? Because people fought for those rights. People died for those rights to be able to be black and be able to, not be killed because they're black, or be gay and be killed because they're gay, or be flogged because they're gay. That's why they make rules for people like that, because they have, like you just said, went through
okay, let me ask you this then.
For that.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say that I'm Reds, you're Crips, or whatever. We're out here in the gangs in L.A. Now, a lot of my brothers have died to be Reds. You know what I mean? A lot of them, they get murdered left and right because they want to be able to walk around belonging to the Reds and not get killed. So if the Crips shoot my brother because he's in the opposite gang, now is that a hate crime? Is he inflicted on his civil rights?
That's a question I really can't answer, and I have to be personally. Wait a minute. Now, let me finish.
Oh, my God!
I'm not going to sit here and step on the Crips in the
I didn't hear you, Book. Say it again.
Like I say, I mean, me personally, I can't sit here and question why the Crips and the Bloods kill each other. That's a question I can't even answer because that's something that's totally way out of my realm. So
isn't it a hate crime? Doesn't it fall into a hate crime?
I can't answer that question. I don't know why the Crips kill the Bloods and why the Bloods kill the Crips and they're all the same color. And I don't understand that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's totally out of context. So what we're talking about here, we're talking about a hate crime, which ends up in murder or ends up in a killing. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Any crime, actually. You know what I mean? Like if you burn, it doesn't have to be.
Okay, wait.
By the way, if you burn my house down because you hate me and you want me and my family to suffer and you get locked up, that should be the same thing as if you did it because you find out that I suck dick and that's why you did it. Now I have a different line. Now I can sue you.
Okay. Let me ask you this right here. Are you talking about a white person burning down another white person's house?
It could be if one of them is gay. It's just like gay equals race. You can pull the gay card, you can pull the race card in the same spot.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of the crime.
Okay.
In order to do that, you got to use race. You got to use either their
sexuality.
You got to use whether they're gay or something like that. So are you talking about a religion? Are you talking about a black person burning down a black person's house and then they're calling it a hate crime? Is that what you're talking about?
Sure.
All right, you're talking about a white person
burning
down a white person's house, and then you calling it a hate crime. Is that what you're talking about? Because they don't do that. That's not the that's not
okay.
That's not determined as a hate crime. So specify what you're saying as far as what you're determining as the hate crime. Is it black on black? Is it white on white? Or is it white on black? Or is it black on white?
Well, the thing is, my point is that if it's a color issue or a gay issue or it's a religious issue or it's a belief, an abortion,
it's a hate crime if it's one of those. It's got to be, and that's the way it is. That's the way it's determined under the law, and that's why you get punished extra for it because it falls under those categories that you're just talking about right there. You answered your question yourself.
Okay. Well, then let's go to Scotty Riggs. My guess it's on right now. What up, Scotty Riggs, American male?
I'm dealing with a hate crime myself.
Man. Happy late birthday, man.
Huh?
Happy late birthday.
Oh, well, it's only about 6 weeks late, but it's all good. It's all good. That's a hate crime in itself.
That's my birthday. Hey, that's my birthday, too, so it's all good.
It's all good.
Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, guys.
Hey, man, appreciate it. It was March 1st, but, it's all good.
Yeah.
But, just jumping in on the issue here of hate crime, I'm dealing with a hate crime myself, basically, because I don't know if the doctor told me to take this medication and this medication, so he's hating on me right now because I overslept my position in life here, and
now we're stressed.
It's a hate crime when you can't be on RVD radio and you sit back and go, wow, but.
You understand my English?
All right, that's cool. I also have a caller that I'm going to go to right here.
Go to the caller, man.
I'm at the caller, I woo radio. Are you listening to the topic, or you listen to the topic, or are you a cold caller?
Dude, this is Becky, man.
You're on RVD Radio. What up? You're on with Booker T and Scotty Riggs and SVD and Nikki Starr. Bruce Jingles, go!
Can you hear me? Can you even hear me?
I can't hear you. It's Matt Denton. Your name just
Matt
came
Denton,
up.
motherfucker.
Yo, Matt Denton, motherfucker.
What's up, Matt Denton?
Motherfucker. Hey,
dude, Matt, you listening to our show?
Yes, I have been.
Well, chime in real quick because it's wrapping up all too soon.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I'm right? Check this out. Why is it that hate is an additional penalty? Like, you commit the crime is murder, the crime is, arson, the crime is robbery, whatever the crime you committed it, and it's intentional. You prove it's intentional beyond a doubt. Why? And then you hate them, then you judge the hate. It's not just that you hate them, but why do you hate them? Do you hate that guy because he reminds you of your dad who used to beat you, and you kill him? Well, okay, maybe we'll let you off the hook. But if you hate him because of his skin color, well, guess what, my friend? Now you've crossed a whole line into a whole new territory of all trumped-up charges, in my opinion, to add on to the murder. Do you think that's right, Matt Denton?
I only think it's right if it's like not murder.
Echoing,
if you prove that somebody hates somebody for a skin color because they beat them within an inch of their life, then I agree, put on the hate charge. But if it's murder and you've proved that they've done it intentionally, that's the definition. You hate them. Why would you murder them if you don't hate them? By definition, murder is killing somebody that you hate.
That's stupid, you idiot. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. If somebody go in the store and rob a place and kill everybody in there, does that mean they hate them? That's the stupidest comment I ever heard. Get that idiot off the phone.
Wouldn't killing other people...
What don't you fucking understand?
Dude, wouldn't killing other people in a place that has a person that you hate in it, wouldn't that be manslaughter instead of murder, straight up murder?
No, not be manslaughter instead of murder. If you take somebody's life, you take somebody's life and murdering them, that's a crime. You know, whether it's self-defense or whatever, you know, you have all these, what do you call them, you can work the loop, you can work the system, you can do this, you can do that, and it's all become down to the point that because he's in my house, I can kill him, or because he's on my front porch, I can kill him. And all that is still murder. If the guy doesn't even have a gun and you shoot him, that's murder.
Cocksucker!
So, Book, so you're saying that I'm right?
No.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not saying you're right. The thing is, like I say,
No.
I mean, killing somebody because you hate them, you know what I mean? Like I say, if
It's
I hate
not
my
only
brother,
that you hate him, it's why you hate them.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. If just say for instance, if I kill my brother because I hate him, because me and him are having problems and I hate him,
Right.
that's not going to be ruled as a hate crime. That's
Right.
going to be ruled as me killing my brother. It's either going to be murder, it's going to be manslaughter, it's either going to be involuntary manslaughter. One of the three. It's not going to be any other. It's not going to fall under the capital murder rule or anything like that. It's going to fall under one of those three. Now, like I say, it's not going to fall under one. It's going to fall under one of those three because that's the way the law determines things, you know. And like I say, but if I go out and kill a white person because of his skin color, I should be charged extra because I'm an idiot. And
aren't you already an idiot for doing the murder, though?
No, I'm not an idiot for just doing the murder. I'm an idiot for killing him because he was white.
Because of a race or sexual orientation.
because of his skin color.
I don't argue that does make you an idiot, but is it illegal to be an idiot?
It should be. That's why they had the extra time on him, the extra punishment, because he was obviously was an idiot for doing something like that.
Booker T,
you know, so,
let me just say something really quick. I think what RVD is missing in this whole conversation, no offense, RVD, is the fact that there are hate crimes committed just because of hating. Okay, that's
sure.
So if you have to have some type of punishment.
No. You can hate all the way up till the point of the crime. Once you've committed the crime, that is what's wrong. That is what is illegal, is that crime that you have just now committed. All the hate leading up to it, the reason that was boiling inside you, no. That you can't outlaw people's fucking feelings. But listen, finally I got somebody with some common sense on the show. Let me go to my guest, SoCal Val. What up, SoCal?
SoCal. What's happening?
Oh, my God, SoCal. Listen, first-timer on RVD Radio. Thanks for calling in. You're on with Booker T, Scotty Riggs, Bruce Jingles, Nikki Starr, Matt Denton, and SVD.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know it was such a star-studded event. How is everyone?
We're all good. We're chaotic, but Booker's having a hard time, like he does often on this show, listening to common sense.
that kind of worried me earlier when you mentioned my name and common sense. Now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
You want to smoke the marijuana?
Okay, so SoCal, we're talking about hate crimes, and the question on the table is the hate really part of the illegal activity? Because you do investigations, you kill somebody, you murder somebody on purpose. It's because you hate them. And does it really matter from the law's perspective, or should it, why you hate them? If you kill somebody, say you take a knife and you go to your neighbor's house across the street and you stab them 72 times, you should go away for life. You should be punished, and especially if you end up not being crazy and you're sane and you do it because you hated them, whether they slept with your boyfriend and you hated them, or whether they reminded you of someone that touched you when you were an innocent little girl.
Rob.
Or whether you did it because they're gay, or whether you did it because they're black. Should that really determine your punishment, SoCal Val?
Not really, and I don't believe that it really does. But
I knew I had somebody with a brain on the show. Finally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can really understand the capacity of someone's mind to do something like that. I can't really understand where the hatred is coming from, or you can't fathom that kind of, hatred and negativity inside somebody. So that's a really hard thing to talk about and to use as leverage in a case like any kind of hate crime case. So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the problem is, like I said, to understand somebody's, hatred and how much that affects what they did. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, that's what we do here on RVD Radio.
Right.
Try and inspire thought, even in stubborn people like Book. But they do it.
Hey, wait a minute.
They do an additional investigation to find out if you can attach hate crime, as if it's like you get pulled over for speeding, and then they find out you have drugs in the car. They look for other things they can add on to further penalize you. Guess what? These rolling papers, it's paraphernalia. That High Times magazine, that's paraphernalia now, too. And what is this, a rose clip? Okay, and they look for things to add on. Oh, and guess what? You're within a school zone. Oh, and guess what? So they add on all these. That, to me, that's what hate is. When you say, okay, you went and you shot up all these people and you killed them, you're a horrible person. I'm gonna see if I can attach a hate crime onto this, so I can put another 100 years onto your 500-year sentence. It sounds.
I definitely that's part of it. And the sad thing is, you see that a lot with kids too. With bullying, and it's kind of all related. But yeah, they definitely use that as leverage, and it's not exactly right.
Okay, let me throw this out at you, RVD. So I'm looking at stuff that has to do with your point of view right now, and actually I think I might have just changed my point of view. Sorry, Silver T. I guess the thought process of hate is something that's in your mind. Check this out.
Hate crime right there.
Right, you can't legalize what's in someone's mind.
You can't legalize what's going on in your mind, okay? You can prosecute for nature. You can't prosecute for what's in your mind. So you can only prosecute for what you've done.
You're telling me what happened in Jasper, Texas, when the skinhead drugged the black guy, shot Bird behind his car, and because he was a black man. You don't know what was going on in his mind while he did it. You don't know that. But my thing is, wait a minute. You guys have the choice to think that way until a hate crime is done upon you. And then
it's still a crime.
It's still a crime.
It's going to always be a crime. But the question is, should the crime be just a one level playing field because of what it is, or should it be levied more because of the reason why they did it? And the reason why they did it, the only reason why the person did it was because they hated them. And like I say, we're talking about hate crimes here. We're not talking about bullying. We're talking about hate crimes. Hate crimes falls under certain terms. You can't say because you took my snippers, boy, I hate you, and so I'm gonna kill you, and we're gonna go to court and say it's a hate crime. That's pretty stupid, and it probably wouldn't go pretty far, in court. You're probably going to get charged with murder, and you're probably going to get, 99 years to life. So,
all right, the very wise SVD has something to say, and she just walked away.
Very wise.
Here.
No, what I wanted to say is, okay, my dad is Indian, okay, and in my grandmother's day, they would have on on the walls they would have like no Indians allowed, no dogs, and no colored people. Okay, that's where I came from, a very racially charged place. Now, in this place, it was okay for white people to take justice in their own hands, and that meant it was okay for them to kill Indians. It was okay for them to kill black people. So any law that was enacted to protect my dad, my brothers, my uncles from that kind of senseless violence is okay, in my opinion.
There we go. That's the way I look at it myself, and that's why laws are created, just for those reasons. And like I say, it's just say for this, I'm using this for an example. The KKK can march right down MLK Boulevard, and they can march down MLK Boulevard with protection from the police, and it's their right to hate as long as they want to, as long as they not go and kill somebody because they hate them.
Well, that's the point of my whole argument, this whole show book. You just said exactly what my feelings are. You can hate all the way up until the point when you kill somebody, and then that is the crime. You've murdered. The hate is not the crime. The hate is stupid. The hate makes you shallow and ignorant, but for the law to take away your freedom because of who or why you hate is a serious invasion of rights as a human being.
Well, on top of that right there, and what we're talking about here, if that's the case right there, the crime never would have happened if the person didn't hate because of that.
Sure. Okay, I'll go along with that. But you can't outlaw hate to prevent people from taking hate too far.
You can't outlaw an emotion.
No, I mean you can hate all day, but like I say, when you start killing people for hate, that's when it turns into that law that protects that person because of this person getting killed for that certain reason, which is not right. And in no society, I don't think, a person should be killed because of their skin color. And me personally being black, I've seen it and I've read about it, my whole life, and it's something I've tried to get away from, not hating because of what happened in my to my ancestors and my people that came before me.
Booker T, you're black?
Say what's that?
Booker T, you're black?
Well, most people,
I see you as a person. Knowing you for so many years, I see you as a person. And for somebody to throw those verbiage, hate crime.
No. I mean, that's the only way I can look at it. I am black. What I'm saying is, I try my best not to hate because of being black and what has happened to my people in the past. I mean, I got to look past that and look forward. That's why I say that.
That's what I'm agreeing to, is the fact that I don't see a black person. I don't see a Asian person, a Spanish person. I see people.
Right, but we know that there are people that are stupid, that are racist out there, and obviously we don't want them to have a free run to rule with their idiocy. But let me go to this caller. I got Sargent X on the line. Let me go to another person. I'm echoing. That's the echo. Jingles. Motherfucker. And then it stops.
That's not me.
Well, it stopped when I called your name, motherfucker. All right. Anyway, Officer X, motherfucker.
What's up?
Hey, I don't even know where your music is. Here we go. Yeah, that's how you get.
Officer X, motherfucker.
Yeah. Are you with us, Sergeant X?
I'm with you.
Okay, cool. Thanks for calling in. I don't know how much you know about, since you're an enforcer of the law, if you're on duty, and obviously this is going to be in the court, something probably way beyond enforcing law on the streets, but you get some asshole that has murdered a family, let's say, okay, and you gotta take this guy down, and you're taking him away for life. He's an asshole. He murdered this whole fucking family, and he's not even crazy. You know, he can't plead insanity. He did it because he hates this family. Now, if he hates the family because he hates all Mexicans, is that or should that be a different crime, punishable extra by the hate towards Spanish people, or should it be the same if he hates them because they're asshole neighbors?
The hate crimes are important because you got to look at the bias motivation is what makes a hate crime. Okay. Some guy who burns down a church because it's a black church, or burns down a synagogue because they hate Jewish people, there's got to be an enhanced penalty because the act is particularly heinous. I mean, if you're just so much of an asshole that you go around hurting people because of their national origin or race, then you got to be gone. We can't have you in society anymore.
Well, I agree, but let's just say there's some asshole that says, you know what, I want to be in the world news. I'm going to go around and shoot everybody that's got a mustache. Is that different?
Yeah, it is. It is different because this country is founded on, religious freedom and ethnic freedom and people being able to do what they can. And hate crimes go against the very core of Americanism.
But isn't the crime not the hate, but the actual murder or the actual breaking of the law that you commit? Isn't that where you cross the line? Because the hate is the emotion that everybody has their own personal right to, and that's why I am confused about this, because when they do further investigation to find out why this asshole hate these people, and then they can, to me it sounds like they're tacking something on. I compared it earlier to, like, the book says that it's not a fair comparison, but if if I can tack on organized crime, I understand what you need a further extent of punishment and investigation, and you're going to stop all this future crime. But are you going to stop future hate and future racism by adding hate to the committed atrocities?
You're going to reduce the likelihood of that offender committing it again because he's going to receive an enhanced penalty.
Because there's people that actually are thinking that's a justified action, and then through this you're going to be deterred.
Rob, yeah, you got to realize too, a hate crime has a whole lot more victims than a simple thing. If I hate you and I burn your house down, you're the victim, your wife's the victim, your family, your friends. It's you, right? If I go to your church and burn that down because you're a black church, that whole congregation, that whole community is victimized. Like out here, some 3 idiots burnt down a black church the night Obama was elected president. You know how many people were displaced and hurt and community relations were set back because of that? Those guys ended up getting like 20 years, and they should have. When bias is the motivation to the crime, it's particularly heinous.
Interesting. And so
wow. You know what? Seems like somebody said that earlier on this show.
I just woke up with it. I just woke up with it all night.
Sexy.
Yeah, it's true though. I mean, there's a reason for those things. And look at entire groups that can't go to the police, like in the Asian community particularly, like they won't go to the police because they're afraid. And it's just out of control. In the United States of America, we don't kill people or set their churches on fire because they're different than us. And if you do, you can't be here.
So, okay, but just to sum it up, it's not illegal for me to hate an Asian. It is illegal for me to kill an Asian, and it's more illegal for me to kill the Asian because I hate them.
It's not illegal to hate anyone or anything. You can't be convicted because of your thoughts. It's your actions.
Right, which is the killing, which is the crime.
Correct. But if bias is the motivation behind the crime, then you get the enhanced penalty.
All right, cool. All right, man. Good show. Our show is just about over, man. Thanks for calling in.
You got it. Take it easy, guys.
Booker, you got anything to plug, Book?
Hey, man. Yeah, most definitely. My ROW show, first YouTube show, is going to be May 1st. So make sure you guys check it out. Go to BookerTPWA.com. And also my book, September 1st, Booker T from Prison to Promise. Make sure you guys pick up a copy of that. And, that's about it right there, man. Also, make sure you guys check out my feed channel. It's www.feed.com. That's PHEED. That's my feed channel. It's the independent network. It's going to have all my content on it.
Awesome. SoCal Val, you got anything to plug?
I guess so.
I'm just so involved in discussion. I got to tune in more often.
Talk down this weekend. Right.
I thought I'd come on in and be like, oh, yeah, let's talk about wrestling and maybe a little bit of news, what's going on, but holy crap.
No, never.
Hey.
No, we don't talk about wrestling.
Put your shoes on.
Yeah, we don't. Wrestling. No, but it is Cockdown this weekend. I mean, Lockdown, right? Yeah. Yay, watch Lockdown pay-per-view. Scotty Riggs, where can they follow you?
They can follow me at Real Scotty Riggs on Twitter. It's REAL capitalized S capitalized COTTY R capitalized IGGS, and that's the best way to not hate on me.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Booker T. Thanks, Scotty Riggs. Thanks, SoCal. Thanks, Sargent X. Thanks, Bruce Jingles. Bruce, what you gonna plug?
Yeah, I'll be at the Brea Improv Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Sweet. See you there. Thanks, Nikki Starr. Thanks, SVD. Say bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
I don't even know. Can I hit music? Boom, boom. Whatever.